I was talking to Miss Pamela just a couple of seconds ago because you were working down there.
Too cool. Yeah.
Oh, my God. First thing she said to me was, we're going to bring you into this in a second, by the way. She said, because she's retired DEA.
I know.
Holy cow.
Cool job.
And she's here for the YWCA Women Who Care Share luncheon tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I never thought I'd retire in Shreveport. And you can jump in anytime. I said, where did you think you retire? And you said...
Thailand, why not?
Thailand?
And I said...
Why on earth?
Hang on. So I went like scales. Bangkok, Shreveport, Bangkok. You said, oh, no, something a little further to the north.
Yeah, Chiang Mai. It's in the northern tropical section, and it is kind of a hippie town, very bohemian, really friendly, and it's the second largest city in Thailand. So it's got a lot of stuff going on.
You've seen some stuff, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Let's start here. Okay, here you are, a girl from Monroe, and you end up in the drug enforcement. How did all that happen?
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes we choose our career. Sometimes they choose us. I was working at Tulane Medical Center in the cardiac rehab department, and DEA basically, someone put me on their radar, and they kind of recruited me. They needed women.
I've seen the Bourne Identity. Is this kind of like, is this like that?
Not really, a little bit, but not so much. They recruited me. They wanted women. They were having a hard time finding women who were mobile, who were fit, and who wanted adventure. And all those things like just tick the box for me.
You've done undercover work. That is really intriguing to me. Where have you done those kinds of jobs? How much of that can you talk about?
Well, now that I'm 61 and retired, I can talk much more about it. I did my undercover work in Miami, South and Central America.
So you're undercover as a drug dealer, drug buyer, all of the above?
Well, one time I was a perfume salesperson from New Orleans working in Miami. And it just so happened when I went to Miami to buy perfume, I also picked up a few keys of Coke and brought them back to New Orleans to sell.
Wow. How dangerous is that? How dangerous?
What a question.
I mean, that sounds like a stupid question, but if you're in the middle of it, do you feel that danger? Do you feel like I could die today?
Pardon me a second. Let me.
Someone's going to figure me out?
Let me add part 2 to that.
Okay.
How do they prepare you for that?
Well, here's the thing. When you go to the academy in Quantico, Virginia, you're trained in so many ways. You're trained how to make a case, how to collect evidence, how to develop informants, how to control informants, how to do undercover
Where
work.
did they teach you to not shake?
That's something that you learn just by, look, when we all train for a job, once we get on the job, then that's when we really learn the job, right? Mm-hmm. So working in Miami, it was during the heyday. I mean, dope was falling from the skies. Cocaine was coming through the Caribbean corridor. So cases just really were falling at your feet. So very early, I got indoctrinated to working cases and doing some undercover because I was in the place where it was there.
Do you get assigned to that or do you volunteer?
Well, when you graduate from the academy, then you're really an agent, and then you go to wherever you're assigned. I got Miami, Florida, and I got to tell you, the best place for a girl like Pam Brown to go to because it was very active, great cases, different culture. It was just amazing.
You're talking about during the luncheon tomorrow for the YWCA, common women on uncommon ground. I can only imagine being an undercover DEA agent in Miami. You're not surrounded by a whole lot of women.
No, actually, when I was with DEA, when I started, there was less than 5% females in the agent sector of DEA. It was always Pam and 9 guys. A typical enforcement group has 10 people, and always it was 9 guys and Pam. So it was kind of an anomaly, but as a result, I got to do a lot of things that if there were other women, perhaps I wouldn't have. Because I was sometimes the girlfriend, the wife, and it helped me secure some undercover roles that maybe I would have to compete for if I had more women on the job.
Aaron and I have, in the course of our careers on this radio station, talked to some undercover officers, drug guys. Bluntly speaking, they all sort of, I don't want to say are drawn to that life or live that life, but there is a streak in them that is kind of that badass biker sort of covered in tats kind of guy anyway? Is there part of you that identified with all these things, these people that you were doing?
Absolutely. I've always liked living on the edge. As a kid, I did. I'm a risk taker. I love adventure. So yeah, it was something that I gravitated toward, and it was just a perfect marriage.